So behind me here, I have my 1927 Model T Coupe, Rat Rod, Time Attack, Autocross, you name it, race car that I've been building for a couple months now. Um, it's a full tube chassis deal. It has a 283 small block Chevy from 1958. It's a 1958 block. It's a 1958 crank. Um, it has forged rods, forged pop-up pistons. It has a three-quarter race cam, custom ground cam, um, fully ported, polished, camel hump heads, double hump heads, uh, ported intake. Um, it's got the means of a race car inside this motor. It makes 12-to-1 compression. It's probably about maybe 420-ish horsepower. This came out of a big C10 drag truck from one of our friends, and now I've put it in this 1,700-pound tube chassis car. And that's what it is. It's a tube chassis car that I built from the ground up. It has all custom suspension on the front. The suspension itself is out of a 2004 Grand Marquis, or a Crown Vic or a Lincoln Town Car. I have these special push rods and bell cranks that I designed for a push rod style suspension. The theme of this car is F1 meets rat rod, right? Like my friend Ricky's car, he has the F132. I have the F127. His is a Model A. Mine is a Model T. And the last year of the T, they stopped producing them in 1927, and then they went on to move to do the Model A's, which are bigger cars. But as for wheels and tires, this thing has 20 by 12 Dropstar 626 BM wrapped in 305 30 20s on the front, and then the back is a 315 35 20. So they're kind of squared up a little bit. The theme was just to go big and wild with this car. Another thing is it has a Buick TH400, backed by a Ford 9-inch. Ford 9-inch is a posi. It still has drum brakes. It has 326 gears, I believe. And it should move this thing really well. I mean, it has a hydro e-brake for some sliding action, custom piston shifter that I built, collapsible steering column. It has a custom wheel from Grip Royale, has a rear mount radiator in it from my sponsor Mishimoto. It has a 16-gallon fuel cell in the back that's baffled and foamed for racing conditions. All the front splitter on the car I built myself from scrap pieces of metal. And same thing for the wing and the diffuser. So the wing and the diffuser, I built that all from scrap myself. And yeah, I mean, it's just made to look like an F1 style rat rod, and that's basically what it is. Built motor, decent tranny, decent rear end, and all the fun you can have in the world. The car does have a 10-inch chop in the front and an 11-inch in the back, which is some of the more heavier chopped ones. People don't normally do this just because you lose a lot of headroom. But yeah, so it's got the best of the best. It's got modern suspension, modern chassis. So that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, and then I'll show you guys more in the future if you guys want to follow along. Altered Intent on Instagram, Altered Intent on YouTube, and just follow along, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Thank you.